Hi, everybody. It's Mr. Steger. I wanted to explain a little bit about our science learning targets for the year and why we use them, and a little bit about how you can be more effective with them. So, what are they? Well, learning targets are essentially things that are identified that are basically important to know and learn and to share. Um, the thing that I found over the years that I've taught is that it's gone more from the things that you can remember to more of the things that you know how to do when you see certain information in front of you. So it's about the skills, and I like to think of it as the reading, writing, and thinking like a scientist skills. Each year is flavored in Create with a particular content focus. It could be life science, it could be physical science, it could be earth science. Each of those years has a specific flavor, but the underlying skills are kind of the main course. So who are the targets for? Well, they're for both students and teachers. Um, in another video, I share with you a little bit more specifically what this is all about. But essentially, what happens is we've got a body of learning targets in front of us. Those targets help me try to create experiences for you to learn science material. And it also gives you the availability to look at a number of learning targets and say, I want to do this right now and meet these targets. So it gives you a little bit more ownership and the ability to be flexible with things, with stuff. It also keeps that stuff focused, so we're not like wandering off and doing other things. It's like these are the goals, these are the targets that we're aiming for and that we want to hit. On a more teacher kind of focus, it helps all the teachers in the building of science, teachers of science, focused on what we need to maintain our direction and our follow through with. It also, in many cases, identifies skills that are not just important to scientists, but to citizens, to people in society. How to look at data, how to make sense of it, how to draw conclusions, how to question things. So it's learning targets serve a multiple array of different things. So in in our middle school environment in Create, 75% of the focus of our learning targets is on the skills, and 25% is on the content. So what does that mean? Well, that means I've got a little illustration. I like cake, so I thought maybe a little cake here would come in handy. Skills are the base or the body. It's the mass. It's the majority of mass of what we're trying to understand and learn. And it's not always easy. The content is kind of the frosting of it. It's kind of this is kind of the flavor of what we're doing, maybe for a particular year or for a particular unit. So 75%, the vast majority of things are on the skills that we're doing, and about 25% is on kind of the frosting, the flavor, the life science, earth science, or physical science. So standards in this case, I've got color coded orange, yellow, green, and blue. The standards I think of as kind of like a family, and the learning targets underneath are like the people in that family. So if I look at interpretation of data, that's going to be stuff like statistics and graphs and things like that. Investigating is more questioning and thinking about what you're doing. Evaluation and communication is how you understand and integrate what you're seeing and learning and doing, and then how you share that out with people, how you share your learning. Disciplinary core ideas are that life science, physical science, and earth science frosting I mentioned before. So when you look at the learning targets, um, interpretation of data is the standard. It's kind of the family. And underneath you have family members. So in this case, ID1 means interpretation of data. This is the first target. So SI1 would be scientific investigation, first target. And then EC1 would be evaluation and communication, first target. In another video, I also share that the targets are written in a way with help from students I received last year so that you can understand them more clearly. The descriptions identify what that target is and helps you kind of clarify what you're working on. So I talked about this a little bit in the previous slide. ID3 is is the family. Third, target. So an interpretation of data. Targets are the objectives or goals. Descriptions help you understand. And the examples and resources are links that are provided so that you can go off and kind of investigate more clearly or research for more understanding. So the disciplinary ideas I talked to you about, they're physical life and earth science. Those are kind of the three disciplines or content areas of science. Whether you're in Create or another house environment in our middle school, you'll be covering all three of those in your 3 years with us at Kettle Moraine Middle School. So I hope that helps you understand a little bit about our science learning targets and what they are and why we do them. And if you have any questions, to touch base with me and I can help you understand them better.